This is about 2 pounds of wool from our ewe we call Marabella, that's in what I call the green state. It's just off of her. It's all soiled and stained, and this is approximately an equal amount, 2 pounds of washed Marabella. She has a little bit different and interesting crimp. In addition to a wrinkle crimp, she has a twist in her or a curl, as you can see here. Most sheep don't have that interesting curl to them. It is not as noticeable here as after it's washed and somewhat pulled apart and opened up, after which it will proceed here to a picker, which operates by having this series of nails intersect with another series of nails. It's kind of dark in there. This is my makeshift anti-wind tunnel device here. A large refrigerator or freezer box that had been carved down to hide a catch basin back there. That's one of those old folding chair, collapsible chair devices that had worn out the canvas and was useful now as a catchment for the tossed or picked wool. The other day I made this device. There's a bathroom or human type scale. It's hanging kind of high at the moment, but it is now resting on a false floor, which is hung from a beam in the rafter there, and conversely a footpad arrangement is roped up and resting on the top of it, which hangs down to a couple of cross members, suspending ropes at approximately 18 or 20 inches wide. And further, the canvas that was once on that folding chair we just saw is now the belly belt for weighing our young lambs when we get ready to part with them. That's the lamb and the bear. I wish she would turn her head out. She's a really cute one we call Bonnet. Come here, come here, come here. Because she has this interesting arrangement of white fuzz tied onto her head, rather looking like a bonnet. That's the present arrangement. This is a completed, washed 8+ pounds of wool from our ram. It is a silver gray color throughout. Here are some of my small tool arrangements, buckets and pails, a scale that is a both gram and ounces scale that helps me to add together the picked quantities of material felt fleece that comes from our animals. One of the turkey basters boilers is now frying away 10 gallons of water, which I'll pour into my utility deep sink basin here and add some detergent to complete the washing cycle. I've used it's a Xylus model. There are all sorts of simple salad spinners out there. I took it over to the chop saw and cut a hole in the bottom of it so as to allow me to then take that hole and place it back over the sink and put in a goodly amount, actually, if I put 2 pounds of wash in here, I can spin out maybe in 4 spins or less the water content that's in it, tipping it slightly to get it to pour back into the sink, and then it turns up on the table looking thus. And then it goes to the picker. So we've been around the circle here. We've got soiled, getting ready to be skirted, as the term is. The green matter and some of the fleece, which is undesirable, is tossed out into a bucket, which on it dipped over soiled materials, and then it goes into the bath, comes out, and as we saw over here, dries. It's pretty rainy today. That's the wool straight off the animal Mirabelle. Goes through the picker, gets weighed again, because I weigh it green and I weigh it washed to determine literally how much lanolin and soil each sheep has. I haven't any production numbers to suggest now, but in the example of our ram over here, I have a remainder of 8.16 pounds, I think, out of what was probably close to 12 pounds in the beginning. There's a lot of soil and whatnot in his wasted fleece. So the overall area here of our patio, I need to step back, is probably a 10 or 12 by, roughly a square 12 by 12, wherein all this is contained. And we can see the garden, pasture. Nobody's out just yet. It's so rainy. Maria is reluctant to let our sheep out in the rain. And that series of barns and chicken run, and you can hear one cackling now. And when you know she'd stop, just, well, not quite. That's our little farm operation here. Hope you enjoy the episode.